Clements Homebrew. Hey, I'm coming at you with a local beer today. I almost feel like I gotta apologize for this one. I got a bottle of this right off the line, and we really should have just reviewed it right at that time, Chris and I. It was handed to us as a gift from Chris Ettinger. This is from Hopworks Urban Brewery, and it is the Secession Cascadian Dark Ale. Chris Ettinger is the owner and a heck of a nice guy. This is, again, a Cascadian Dark Ale. It's a black IPA. This is a nice looking beer. About just almost a 2-finger head on that. Very rocky on top. Some tight foam below. It's not, completely opaque. I'm seeing some red coming through, but it's a fairly dark brown beer. Classic, just classic. All right, let's get a nose on it. Wow, even though this bottle's not as fresh as it should be, and I'm gonna have to go down and get right off tap and review it with Christian this next year when it comes out. It comes out January through March. Big grapefruit. I mean, big grapefruit on this. Oh, yeah, that smells good even out. That smells fantastic. Getting some floral hops off of that for sure. Almost like it almost strikes me like a rye. Like I'm getting some rye off of it too. Yeah, some nice sweet, some other kind of citrus I can't quite identify. Probably like a little bit of a lemon coming from the Cascade. By the way, this is made with organic Pilsner, the Caramel 60. It's got chocolate and black malts in it. And for hops, it has Magnum, Cascade, Amarillo. You don't see this often. Falconer's Flight and Mount Hood. A lot of times Falconer's Flight, you just see it all alone, but not really mixed in too often. It's a 6.5% ABV and 70 IBUs. So anyway, smelling good. Let's get a taste on the Secession Cascadian Dark Ale. That's nice. I gotta say, fresh would be even more hoppy, but ooh, just got some other flavors. But that's nice. So many dark IPAs really work hard to become a hoppy stout, maybe a hoppy porter. That's not really what the style is supposed to be about. You're supposed to bring in some of those dark flavors, maybe hints of chocolate and hints of your different roasted barleys and things of that nature, but bits of caramel maybe, which you can get off regular IPAs. This, not really sessionable, I guess 6.5, but it sure tastes sessionable. And I do get hints of chocolate, and I get bits of roasted malts on it. The black malt normally is just for color. But boy, you're getting all these flavors from the hops. And I know they've died down at this point, but they're really evident. You get some really big grapefruit coming off this. A lot of floral hops. You get, and that's probably because the age, I'm getting some like the tea essence, a little bit of that, but not overwhelming with the tea. Much more of the piney, a little bit of pine. The grapefruit is the big one. A little bit of spiciness to it. Nice roasted barley flavor. I like the roast on it. It's really interesting. It's still at points, kind of strikes me as if there's a little bit of rye on it. I know there's not, but it must be the combination with the hops. It kind of comes across that way. Nice. A slight bit of bread, just a hint of it. This is more of what I think black IPA should be about. Maybe this is why we're trying to distinguish the Cascadian Dark as being something a little bit different. Really, really nice flavors on it. Just, this would pair really well with foods. I could see eating some great Mexican food with this, spicy things, or barbecues would be fantastic. Wow, that's nice. That's truly a very good beer. I like that it's really holding to the style of what I think a black IPA should be, and definitely the Cascadian Darks have all been true to that. Wow, nice job, really nice job. Again, a good testament to Christian Ettinger and his staff there. He's won a lot of awards. This one I know won a silver down in Australia, and I don't know what other awards. I know it's won some awards. Very, very good. All right, I'm going to sip on this a little bit more, and then I'm going to come up with a rating. All right. Well, the Secession Cascadian Dark Ale from Hopworks Urban Brewery out of my hometown, Portland, Oregon. This is a really good beer. I wish, again, that I was reviewing it in its prime. Should have done that. But I got to review it and rate it as it is right now. I'm going to rate it as a black IPA. Rather than a Cascadian Dark. But I'm going to give it a 92. This is just a very, very good example. And probably would be scoring it much higher had I had it fresh. Overall, because it's such an easy drinking, I'm going to cap this thing up and have the rest with dinner, which we're having a little bit. Because I can tell this is just fantastic with food. And yeah, I have had it before. I'm going to give it, for my overall, a 90. Right on that exceptional edge right there. Wonderful, wonderful beer. You're not going to want to, well, if you can get it locally right now, go ahead, get a bottle, enjoy it. Something you want to get when it's in its prime. Again, January to March is when it comes out. But go ahead and look this one up if you can find it from the Hopworks Urban Brewery. I know that they're looking at expanding. I think they're going to start selling in Northern California hopefully soon. I know Chris had flown down there not long ago to start working on that. Life's too short to drink cheap beer, folks. And sometimes you've got to qualify that. There are beers that are not cheap and are not good. So, as Chris Stelz will say, drink amazing beers. And I'll see you in the next beer review. Cheers. We'll see you.